What's going on YouTube? What's going on Facebook and all the social media networks? Once again, you are tuned in to another episode of TMDE Sports, where we talk about everything sports related under the sun, and it is what it is. And we want to thank, if you see it tonight, we want to thank our new sponsor, Guardian Sports, Guardian Caps. Chrissy about to rock her cap, taking one hit at a time, and Fanatics.com, the official license everywhere for everything. Get all your gear. It is, wow, such a day. We got Chrissy and Cutie. We doing it double, trio, the dynamic duo. Chrissy, let us know what's good, baby.
I'm excited I have this thing now. It's like, it seems like it's so big, but of course it's because it has to fit over a helmet. But it, you know, it's really neat. I can't wait to get out there and start showing it off to more people.
No doubt. That's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. So we got to get to it. We got these sports. As you well know, if you didn't know, about to lose my headphone. The NCAA has decided that now certain recreational drugs will be allowed within the NCAA. And Chrissy's going to break it down within all the sports. Chrissy, let them know little something about what's going on with the NCAA. I can't spell it out. The NCAA, let them know what's on. We clowning NCAA. Chrissy, let them know what's good.
All right. So last year, the NCAA took a survey of the student athletes, and they found out that at least 26% of them were already using marijuana. So they said it's really not a performance enhancing drug. If anything, it is a disadvantage to you. So they are still keeping the banned stimulants or the banned substances as stimulants, anabolic steroids, narcotics, diuretics, and drug masking agents, along with growth hormones.
Okay.
So marijuana, cannabis, hemp products no longer banned in the NCAA. Yes, now.
That's crazy. So how do you feel about that as far as your favorite college player? So let's run it back. Let's say Caitlin Clark would get a ton of blunts. How would you feel about the players getting high before the game? How do you feel about that?
Hey, I mean, to each their own. Like I said, I don't personally think it's a stimulant. I think it's a deterrent. It'll make you sit there and concentrate a little bit better and think about things more, but I don't think it's going to make you a better athlete at the time. So, you know, but to each their own, you know. Yeah. I'm not going to knock anybody, you know, it doesn't hurt me, so go for it.
All right, so you don't feel like I said, I completely agree with you. I think it kind of would slow you down a little bit, relax you a little too much, and I mean, but this is, you know, this is a touchy subject because so many, even in the NBA and NFL, players have gotten suspended. They've been able to, they had to sit out different games and stuff like that, and this is like a landmark. Too bad Josh Gordon ain't here right now in Cleveland. But it is what it is, though. But yeah, I mean, I think this is like something. I don't want to say it's like monumental because it's still marijuana, it's still weed, and you know, it's not like, you know, if you're doing construction or something and you on the crane and you just like, and all of a sudden you just swinging, you know what I'm saying? It could cause a disaster. So I'm not saying I'm completely on board with that. You know, I think if they're going
medicinal reasons, and a lot of the athletes that did say, of the 26% that did say that they were already using marijuana products, it was for medicinal purposes. I mean, they don't want, okay, narcotics are banned. So what else are you going to do for your pain? I mean, you can't be popping Vicodins. So what's a better alternative?
Yeah.
There's lots of states out there that have it licensed medicinally, and a lot of states are going recreational now too. So I mean, it's only a matter of time. It's better than alcohol.
Yeah, don't you think that's like a gateway? You know, marijuana is usually called a gateway drug. You know, it leads to. I mean that's true. True. But what I'm saying is that's a little bit different, though. But
alcohol,
you know,
that's the marijuana does.
I mean,
marijuana.
Are we talking about can I take a shot of Jack before I go on the field? I'm just saying. You know.
Oh, back in the 70s, I think they actually did used to do that.
Because I mean, they was under a lot of pain, but I don't know.
You know, look at some of the football players back in the 70s. You think that they weren't before they went out on the field? Back in the 80s, what do you think they were doing in locker rooms? Come on.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you, but I mean, that's a lot of, you know, the testing. They're doing a lot more testing now. You know what I'm saying? And like with that intertwined with the athletic game plan of being, you've been awarded this privilege. It's not a luxury, it's a privilege. You've been awarded something and you should conduct yourself accordingly. If after the game and you got a couple of days, okay, cool, do what you got to do. I'm not tripping.
You're looking at it from a recreational point, though. What if they're using it for a medicinal standpoint? You know, I mean, a lot of athletes are putting their bodies on the line. You know, correct. Football players, lacrosse.
That's why they get the big money.
Soccer players. Well, but we're talking about NCAA right now. We're talking about college kids. So they don't have the big, well, some of them don't have the big money. Some of them are getting the big money.
Well, with the NIL money now, they're getting the big money. They're getting these endorsements now. So things are changing. Like you said, you reiterate, the 70s, the 80s. It's 2024 now. So I don't know. I kind of disagree with it a little bit, but I just think it should be a level. Like you should have certain levels. Like you just can't be high your goddamn mind and you on the basketball court. I don't agree with that.
I don't think that they're going to allow that either. But
yeah. If you got a little bit, okay. If you got a little bit, it is what it is.
Well, actually, they're not even going to test for it anymore. It's plain and simple. It's not that they're going to allow it to run rampant on campuses. They're just not going to test for it anymore. They're still going to test for the other items that are still banned substances, but they're not going to test for marijuana products anymore.
Yeah, but so if you're not going to test, that's what I'm saying. Where's the regulation with that? So like, are you telling me I can just smoke a fat blunt before the game and I'm good? That's what I'm saying. Who's regulating? How are they going to regulate that though?
Well, I mean, athletes aren't out there down in beers before games either. They don't have to regulate that. So what's the difference? You know?
All right. If that's how you feel.
If you look at it from a recreational standpoint, well, you know, we'll put it up against alcohol. If you want to look at it from a medicinal standpoint, and you know, they're going home and maybe using a THC CBD cream on their knees because their knees are aching. You know, something like that would actually show up in a drug screen. They're not looking for that anymore. You know, someone goes home and they've got, you know, headaches. You okay over there? Speaking of headaches, you busting your head into the ceiling again? But, you know, they've got a headache from, you know, whatever sport they're doing, you know, maybe causes them to have headaches. They smoke a little bit and then they're able to go to sleep at night.
Okay. So, but like I said before, excuse me, how do you regulate that? And like you said, you're allowed certain levels. So when is a level too high to say that we can't allow this? That you understand what I mean? It's just like, you know, if we're not going to test for it, I could just be high as a goddamn kite when I come in a game. Or it's a difference between the cream and that. That's what I'm saying.
Recognize that, and the coaches will then take control at that point, don't you? I mean, it'd be like if your player came in drunk, or I mean, like, come on now.
I'm just saying.
I don't think athletes are going to be just going out there rolling dubs up and, you know, going crazy because they're not going to be tested for it. I don't think that's going to be the case. And I think you're looking at it from a really different standpoint.
Well, I get it, but we're human. People are human. And we have a tendency, if I give you an inch, you take a yard. And that's all I'm saying.
It's the same thing that's stopping them from doing that than stopping them from showing up drunk to practice or to a meet or to a game or to an event.
Why are we talking about alcohol? We're talking about marijuana. Come on.
Because, like, You're looking at it from a let me get stoned out of my mind point. Well, people aren't getting drunk out of their minds and going to sporting events and trying to be an athlete. Why would they do it stoned?
Okay, all right, you say that. We gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see.
Yeah, we'll see what they say.
It is.
I want to see what people have to say about that.
Wow, it is what it is. So I want to give a big shout out, as you well know, and we've been putting this out through all social media. Anthony Griggs Camp, 3rd annual, which, myself and Christy Acuity, we've been putting this out. And I just want to give everybody a shout out. Thank you if you supported the camp, you've donated. I appreciate you. We appreciate you so much, for we just doing this for the kids and the veterans. And if you're watching me right now, if you're a veteran, we want you to come out. We want you to bring your kids, come out, sign up online, register, donate, help us out. These kids like to eat. And the Veterans Commission, big shout out to the Veterans Commission, to Ashley Real and John Rice, who, they're working with us we want to bring this out each and every year. We want to make it better here in Northeast Ohio. I'm going to post a link. If you haven't signed up, you haven't donated, please do that. Guardian Caps are coming out there. Guardian Sports is coming out there. We're donating to the kids. All the kids not all the kids. Some of the kids are going to get these caps. I've seen these monster hits on social media. These children are too young to be taking these types of hits, and we're trying to do something about that. And it's 2024. The science is behind it. The statistics are behind it. So let's do a little something different.
Save the organs.
Yeah, Christy rocking that. I wish I had a helmet for you. All right, Joe.
Footballs. I have mini helmets.
Yeah.
My Chubb mini helmet right here that my husband got me. And I have full-size footballs, but I don't have a full-size helmet. It's crazy. Like, I have all these mini helmets everywhere. I have jerseys. The thing I don't have is a helmet.
I'll tell you what, sis. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get you an autograph, Nick Chubb. I'm going to get you an autograph, Nick Chubb helmet.
Stop it.
And you can wrap your Guardian helmet right around. How about that?
Oh my God, no.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to make that shit happen.
No, y'all heard it. We'll see. No.
It's going to be 100. I had, we had the kicker. I can't spit his name out. We had Phil signed something. I asked Phil to sign a couple of things, and Phil, he did, and signed a mini. So hey, we're gonna get something on it. All right, y'all. So we got to move on. So
I still can't wait to get my AG autographed jersey.
I don't got the AG. That's my business partner. I don't got an AG. Man, you know what? I gave that to Pete. Shout out to Pete, because Pete won the contest, and that's what Pete wanted. Yep. And he got it. He won it. So it is what it is. So all right, so moving on.
Yes.
In other developments within sports. Wow. Yes. I love the NBA. And as you well know, you should know, Kawhi Leonard, a very prominent NBA champion with Spurs, with the Toronto, decided to call it quits and walk out basically on the U.S. Olympic team that's supposed to be here in Paris. And they kind of, I'm going to be real, shit on Jaylen Brown from Boston. So, Christy, I want to ask you, Kawhi, to me, he's been a head case for a while. How do you feel about that? You think that was the right thing to do at this point in time?
This makes me mad, okay? Like, I don't know why it hurts my soul. Like, because he didn't just quit on a team and, like, take someone else's spot. I feel like he just quit on America. Mm-hmm. And I take the Olympics very seriously.
America! Fuck yeah! I'm sorry, I had to spit that. Go ahead.
I thought hey, me and you, we're going to be the president and the vice president. Come in November, everybody's going to write us in. Watch.
You can be the president, I'll be the vice president. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're going to be my VP. We're the best choice. I mean, come on.
No doubt.
Two of us. We actually have two brains. But anyway.
No doubt.
I take the Olympics very seriously. Ever since I was a kid living in Ohio, during the winter time, when the Winter Olympics came out, we were on our sleds and we were, pretending like we were doing all kinds of Olympic things. And then during the summertime when the Summer Olympics came out. We had our swimming pool, and then my friend Kylie behind us, she had her swimming pool with a diving board, and we could do laps. And we were always pretending like we were doing something in the Olympics. You know, we were divers, swimmers, and stuff. Like, so for this guy to take up the spot in the first place and then to leave, it makes me really mad. So I have no respect for him at all.
Ooh, wow. So it's all about America for you. I get it.
I get somebody else could have taken that spot, you know?
Yeah, correct.
Like,
correct.
Why are you going to take that from somebody else?
Yeah,
That's my opinion.
I mean, but I mean, I think these guys, usually the coaches, I think Grant Hill is the coach. And I had a lot to do with him. But like at the same time, like I said, Kawhi, and I don't know the man personally. It would be nice to, you know, chop it up and talk to him. But Kawhi, I'm gonna be some real shit though. Kawhi's been a bit of a bitch. Yeah, I said it. Bit of a bitch. And like I said, I don't know the man personally. I'm not saying that he's a bitch, actually a bitch, but bitch behavior. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's just, and I don't even want to equate that to being feminine. Just like, you know, when you say you're a bitch, you know, but to do that and to run out on a team, and over the last 5 years, especially after he left from Toronto and then went to the Clippers, and injury after injury, he's not reliable. Why would you pick somebody like that over the Finals MVP? One of the smartest, if not one of the smartest athletes in the world, but a great player who's developed himself. I think Jalen went to MIT. Yeah, he went to MIT. Yeah, go ahead.
The USA basketball team, men's and women's, has had a couple questionable choices.
Are you know about Caitlin?
Yeah. Why did she not get the call? You know? But hey, you know, like you always said, it is what it is. It's not our decision. We are just the ones that have to live with their decisions. And they don't always make the right decisions.
You're correct about that. Coach K, he's not there. So I don't know. It is what it is. So we got a few more minutes of reiterate only. I want to say reiterate, excuse me. Let's talk about one more topic before we go. So the NFL, the owners are facing a hefty lawsuit. And when I say hefty, we talking about billions. They're talking about there's a lawsuit out right now, if you didn't know, that they're accusing, and we're going to see how it goes, the NFL in being antitrust issues, as far as what I mean antitrust, as far as how we watch the games. And they felt like the NFL is basically monopolizing, which I felt that way with DirecTV, different sources like that, monopolizing. If they lose this lawsuit, the owners could pay between $7 to $21 billion. So, Christy, I want to ask you, as a loyal football fan, how do you feel about that? Should they pay, or do you think they're guilty? What do you think?
Okay, so my question is if they are found guilty and they have to pay, does that mean that we don't have to pay for streaming football games anymore?
Hell no. That means they're going to make us pay because they're going to lose this money. You got 32. Yeah, if they lose this lawsuit, even if it's 1 billion, 7 billion, we are going to suffer the effects because they're going to jack the prices up to compensate the money that they lost. But go ahead, do what you do.
Right. So, like, are we getting a refund? That would be pointless, right?
A refund on what?
What we've already paid.
No,
because they're monopolizing us. So what's the point of this freaking lawsuit? Like, I don't understand. Waste taxpayers' dollars. Like,
you can't do certain things like that. You just can't. So all I'm saying is this, and you know, you have a point. We already paid it out to watch these games. I already overpaid certain streaming services to see these games. You blacked out this. Now you getting sued, and now you want to recomp that money that you getting sued that you got from me already. So we're screwed either way. We're screwed.
Yeah, it's
so
not the case.
yeah, so I don't know.
It's pointless.
But if they win, it's gonna be
when I become president and you become vice president. I'm gonna nix that case. It's gonna be gone. Like, sorry.
So if you were one of the judges in this case, what would you do, knowing that you took money from fans, dedicated and loyal, monopolized it to keep it within, you told these bars and these different establishments that you have to pay to see these blackout games, and you know this, what would you do? I get it, the refund, I get it, but go ahead.
If I was one of the owners, or what, I would have ordered
the judge.
I would say
I need recompense. What's his verdict?
That they can't raise the rates. They have to make it more openly available. Rates stay the same across the board, but make it more available to like, some people only have Amazon Prime and they don't have Direct TV, or some people had that stupid Dish network, and anytime it rained, or with you guys snow, I'm sure you couldn't even watch half of the game because it would be out because the satellite dish went out. How many times did that happen? And we always still paid because we wanted to watch our football team. But they shouldn't be able to raise the rates. They should be able to make it more widely available. And if I'm president, I would make that happen.
I heard that. So basically, I think it's a punishment. Not only should they have to pay back that money, I think they should put that back in these networks. We've gotten away from. I remember as a kid, you put the rabbit ears, you got the aluminum antennas, and you could pick up these games. Like you said, make these games. No more blackout. No more blackout. No NFL games should be blacked out. I don't give a shit. No more blackout games. No more have to do that. Put that money back in and give us televised games. Any game. And I think that would be, to me, I think that would be fair. You already took our money.
So get commercials anyway.
There was a lot of television revenue. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I know.
So,
and you know what? Someone like me that lives down here in Southwest Florida, I'm stuck watching the stupid Dolphins or the stupid Buccaneers. And I watch Baker all the time. And I never get to see the Browns unless I have the NFL package. And that's not
Baker.
fair. Just because I live somewhere else, I shouldn't have to.
You love Baker.
Stop with it. I could actually care less, but it's not fair because I live out of Ohio. I can't watch my team. WTF?
You're right.
That's messed up.
Well, we're gonna have to see how it goes. I don't know. If they find them guilty or whatever. It is what it is, but we have reached the end. I didn't think we was going to go this far. I know
talk.
No doubt. So, like we said before, make sure you go to fanatics.com and get all your official licensed gear, Guardian caps, taking one hit at a time. And like I say every week, almost said something else.
Don't say that.
Go Browns, bitches! And we will see y'all next week. Peace.